Okay, what's up, my beautiful kings and queens? Welcome back to the Pits Podcast, where we give our opinions on pop culture, keep it real about our own personal journeys, and as always, remain true to ourselves. We'll accept nothing less. With that being said, this is a safe space for you, but not your mess, including our own mess.
Right.
Because here at the Pit, we are always respectfully with the shit. Let's get it started. It is your boy Jay.
Miss Phoenix.
It's your girl KD the Great.
You already know who it is. It's your boy Q.
Gang, 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 gang. All right, guys. I just want to give a huge shout out and a huge thanks to everybody that's been interacting with us on Instagram. If you go to our Instagram, which is _pits_podcast, you'll notice that a couple of days out of the week, we have different titled segments like Tasty Thursday, for instance, which is where we give a recipe, something that looks really good for y'all to go and try or go and order or go and buy. This week, as like last week, Professor CJ, that's Chef James, provided our Tasty Thursday this week. It was bomb, okay? Grilled salmon bowl. It looked so good. So if you want the recipe and all that, go check out our Instagram and you can find his information. Also, we do a Stir It Up Saturday, which, was provided to us this week by our girl, Miss Phoenix. She put us on some kombucha, which has a little alcohol in it for those of you that want a little zing, but also want to, stay healthy, get all those antibiotics, probiotics, and all the things that come along with that. And there's a couple other days throughout the week. Again, go to our Instagram, check us out. Everybody that is tuned in right now to our YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, share, do all of that stuff, please. That helps us out a great deal. With that being said, let's toss it over to our girl, Miss Phoenix.
What's up, y'all? I'm checking in with you. I want to know how you guys are doing. What makes you feel happy? What's new? So many questions and questions that need answers. So let's get those answers, honey. How are you guys doing?
Let's go.
Let's get it started. So, it's your girl KB. I'm doing good. I've been great. Working on my travel business. Ready to graduate. Whew. Another blessing. Another blessing.
Okay.
It's been a long time coming for that. So all my people know. Oh yeah, very ready. Ready to show out and party. Might do a little praise break across the stage. I don't know.
You did.
Yes, I'll be in the crowd yelling, girl. Don't worry.
It's probably gonna be on my spirit.
And then right after you get off stage. Go ahead.
So yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys why we are super excited about her graduating. As you know, all of the members on the podcast, the Pits Podcast, we are all college graduates once Kim graduates. So we are really excited because that is truly a blessing to be able to, have that goal in mind and reach it and maintain friendship through it all. This is family to me now.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yes.
My weeks are pretty much the same, working out because I love to do that. If you follow me, you might see a couple of things, Yes, I love to go on my hikes because it's so beautiful here. You got the mountains with the cactus backdrop. I mean, it's just so pretty in the evening, so pretty in the morning. So I love to take advantage of the opportunity to be outside before it's, 120 outside. So I'm trying to soak it up while I can, as much vitamin D as I can take. Hello. But yeah, the week has been good. The week has been great. The week has been bomb. Q, what's good over there? Represent Jackson State. Ooh.
Hey. I went to so many damn schools. I graduated though. I went to so many damn schools. But anyway, for me, what I've been doing is just adulting, paying bills, catching up, working on credit.
Oh yeah.
Just, adulting. That's all I've been up to.
I feel that heavy.
Gotta get it how you live.
Hello, get it how you live, but to make the money, don't let the money back. Yeah.
Hear me.
Miss Phoenix, how are you, girl? How was your week? What's going on?
I am doing well. I'm happy to be back outside. I'm feeling healthy. I work out all the time. I just bought a new pair of roller skates and I'm excited about getting those out in the gravel.
Roll bounce.
Okay.
Right, get my roll bounce on, girl, because you know I'm headed for. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
My phone is on silent. Oh my God.
Somebody got a phone call.
Girl, I'm gonna leave and go cake. Work. Okay. Let's be saying. Let's take a little pause to get into this ad real quick. Okay, let's jump into our pop culture segment this week. There has been a lot going on. First, though, we got to do our rest in pieces, our rest in paradises, because we lost a couple people. First, let's RIP DMX. That was a blow to the community. We all have a specific memory about a specific DMX song in a situation that really,
Okay.
right, because he was really running the 2000s, okay? So rest in peace to DMX, condolences to all his family members, all his children, anyone that's ever loved him or had the, opportunity to be in his presence, to receive that energy. Condolences to you all. Next, condolences to Garen Taylor. I think her real name is Ashley Garen Taylor. She was on the show, The Baldwin Hills. If you're not familiar with the show, it's on Hulu. You must go watch it. But she passed away from what the articles have been saying in her sleep at the age of 30. They're suspecting that it had something to do with her lupus, but we don't really know yet. But regardless of what the reason is, condolences also to her family. She has a child, so condolences to her child and everyone, also that knows and loves her. If you have not seen Baldwin Hills, you need to head over to Hulu and you need to run it up. It's literally like Laguna Beach, but for us. So it was so refreshing to see, affluent Black children on TV, like, still with that homegrown Black parent type of raising, but, out here in the street, like pushing the new whips and getting into acting, getting into modeling. It was just so refreshing. I know it definitely had an influence on a couple of us when we was back going to, modeling auditions and things like that. We were definitely at Baldwin Hills in the backdrop. So if you have not seen Baldwin Hills, go check it out. And if you want to ratchet it up a little bit, College Hill was like the elevated, for us. So go check that out as well. Also, the world had lost Prince Philip.
Who?
For y'all who don't know who Prince Philip is, he also goes by Victor from Underworld. Apparently Celine snuck up on him in the middle of the night with her double swords. Michael was in attendance and, a quick little fillet and took him on out. But, all jokes aside, for the people that loved him, his family, condolences as well. But my guy, honey, 99 or was it 299? Because it was giving very much rotting flesh, okay? It was giving very much corpse. It was giving very much, karma of death, honey. It was giving a lot, but it was giving a lot. It was giving from the grave, honey, not to the grave. That's what it was really giving. But
keeper.
I'm just saying.
He. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Take a second.
And with that, congratulations to Lil Nas X for his #1 song, Monterio. I know that a lot of people may not have really been with the visuals, the video, the imagery, or whatever. You might not have been with the song. You might have not been with the movement, whatever. But for those of us who know, we know. So shout out to Lil Nas X for, speaking his truth, because the gag is the church do be on that BS when it comes to us. That church do be on that BS when it comes to us, telling us we're going to hell, telling us we need to do this, we need to do that. We are the worst of the sins, the worst of the evil. And God ain't said none of those things. But, let them tell it, let them go. So I support him taking that and being like, oh, I'm going to hell. Well, honey, give me a full lace. full lace, 40-inch ponytail braided to the back. Okay, give me the most expensive patent leather thigh boot, and let's go.
Did he do
Let's
it?
run it up.
Did he
Let's
do
run
it?
it up.
Led all the way down to Lucifer.
Okay.
I
And
mean,
then lap danced on him.
yeah.
And why y'all mad? He killed Lucifer. You should be happy. Isn't that what y'all want?
Hey, ooh, damn.
Did
You
he
know
kill
what?
Lucifer?
I'm not gonna
What we
say
complaining about?
tonight. I'm gonna confer with the rest of my group members before I say how I really feel because I don't want us to get canceled. Because there's a lot of hard facts hitting me.
We'll
A lot
discuss
of
after and
things,
see if we
so.
can put it into the next show.
I just want church
Right.
people to, be thankful for that choir director, that piano player, that praise team leader. Be thankful for them. And also, since you are so Christian, I'm pretty sure the Bible says, let ye who is without sin cast the first
Cast the first song.
So,
Ooh. Oh, word.
you shouldn't be judging nobody if you're a real Christian.
Because what he didn't do is give us the mission to go out and judge others. That's not what he did. Because
And, hey, like my mama always say,
don't y'all preach, it's his job to judge us. So why are you impeding on his job? Because obviously, if it's the Lord's job, you clearly do not have the qualifications.
thank you. I don't got a heaven or hell to put you in. So that's why I ain't gonna judge you.
Did not parents tell us that? The next story in pop culture, we're gonna move through this so we can really get to our topic tonight because it should be good and popping. The Louisiana woman, hold on, let me try to find the information really quick. Louisiana purchase.
1.2 million.
So, Louisiana woman refuses to return $1.2 million mistakenly deposited into her account. Okay, let me try to get a little more information here really quickly about this story. Okay.
You see a problem with that?
Halen Spandani, 33 of Harvey, was arrested Wednesday and charged with theft valued over $25,000 bank fraud and illegal transmission of monetary funds. Blah, 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 blah. Listen, let that woman go. Let that woman go. Because what she did was woke up in the morning like we all do. She clicked that Bank of America icon, that Chase Bank icon, that Regions Bank icon for you down south girls. She clicked her icon, and when mama opened her eyes clearly, because she had to put it down and double check, and probably in between the putting it down and double check, she prayed about it. She talked to the Lord and she said, Lord,
honey, it was a blessing.
is this real? Did you take my eyes from me in the night? Or as what I'm seeing real? Then she went back into her app, honey, and proceeded to use the money that was for her. Because, honey, she said, what she probably said was, hey, I've been praying for my season. I didn't know how and when it was going to come. I've been praying for my season.
And you made a way.
Baby, her season came through and doop, doop, right in her bank account. It was like, there you go, ma'am. I don't blame this woman, honey. Quiet as it's kept, I would have been all around the world and honey. Do you understand what I'm saying? I would have booked everything, honey, right then, not credit, honey. Take it out now. Take the money out now and send me my
I
thing.
got cash. Right.
Let that woman go. She ain't do nothing wrong.
She did.
Yeah.
She did.
And I
Because it
feel
was
like
y'all fault. It was y'all fault.
That's somebody else's fault. You don't punish her for that. You put that in my bank account, and what goes in my bank account stays in my bank account.
I got one easy scenario. When I overpay on a bill or something, they don't refund me the money, they keep it. So if you fuck up and you refund me $1.2 million for something, oh, you fucked up because I'm keeping it. Same thing. Two-way street,
Keeping it.
Two-way street.
You're sure right. When I overpay on a card or overpay on a bill, would y'all send me a letter? Oh, we'll take it off your next bill. We'll save it to the end. No, girl, run me back my $2.46. I overpaid. Run me back my money. But y'all ain't gonna do that. So, honey, if you want to put 1.2 million over here, act as you please, but please no. Messing around with me, honey, it won't be in the bank account when it's over and done, baby.
Oh no. Oh no.
And they want to carry cash for the rest of my
Trust,
life.
honey.
Oh no.
We're writing cashier's checks.
The money will be taken out.
You will never
The
find
money
it.
will be taken out. Quiet as it's kept, honey. I might send it to all of y'all, dibble and dabbling, honey. So he'll just break it up and send it to different states, honey, so we can really figure this thing out.
Boom.
Okay, with that being said, that is our pop culture segment. If there's something you want us to talk about or something we missed, you know, or you got a comment or an opinion about something, get on down there in those comments. We will be looking at them. We will be replying, liking, sharing, doing all the things. So if you got something to add to it. Would you keep the money or would you call the bank and give it back? Okay. I'm curious to know what y'all got to say about it. So let's move on. Let's get right into our topic for this week. KD, girl, what do you got for us?
Yes. So this week, I have for y'all code switching. For those of y'all that don't know what code switching is, it's basically like the practice of like alternating like between two languages, or you know, or basically like various languages in conversation. So for like a complete example of what code switching really is. If I'm talking to my friends, I'm going to be talking to them in a language that we all understand as far as like the Black community. I'm going to, you know, talk to them, you know, how we talk to them, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So if I'm talking to a professional person, like a boss or somebody else, you know, that's higher up in an establishment, I'm going to, you know, alternate my voice and say, yes, ma'am. Yes, thank you. That's basically what code switching is. Right. So let's get down to it and let's just answer some questions. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all code switch?
Okay. Let me I think about this in two different ways, and I hear a lot of opinions now with like the newer generation, how they feel about this subject. I guess a little background, like my mom is an educator or was an educator. Now she works in administration office. Okay. But she was an educator and I learned this from her. So my answer is yes, I code switch, but I was always brought up that is a positive, that you can transform in so many different arenas and be accepted in those arenas. I was always taught, honey, that's a good thing. Because when my mama used to get on the phone with them principals and all of that, honey, that's not my mama. That's Miss Elaine on the phone. You understand me? That's Miss Elaine on the phone. When she gets off the phone, it's back to mama, honey. Get your ass in there and wash them dishes. You're going to eat what I cooked. Bury that. But on the phone, yes, Mr. Sheffield, this is Miss Elaine. Can I help you? You know, giving the things. So I naturally did the same thing. Like you said, Katie, I talk with y'all, and even amongst different groups of friends, I change my rhetoric based on the people that I'm around. And I know a lot of people think like, you know, fuck that, be yourself all the time, be yourself all the time.
No.
I hear what you're saying, but it's the stagnant for me. It's not being able to do other things. And maybe you're in a position in life where you don't have to. I don't know I don't know what your career is. Maybe you've built your career off being who you are. So when you step in the room, that's your character. Maybe you're a Tiffany New York Pollard. Maybe you a Nene Leakes without a job. But you know, these things, maybe that's when you step into the room, that's who you are. For me, I don't live by that. When I talk to coworkers, it's different. When I talk to my boss, it's different. When I talk to this group of friends, it's different. When I talk to this group of friends, it's different. Do I feel like I'm being fake? No, I'm relating to you so we can even have conversation. Because if I talk to people how I talk to y'all, child, probably about would have no other friends. They'd be like, this bitch is rude and nasty. So rude and so nasty. so rude and so nasty.
Wait, is that a code switch
A
or is
code
that
switch.
it's like, situation? Wait, hold on. Is that a code switch?
It's code switching, and I do it.
Oh, well, in that
I'll
case,
get it.
I do code switch. I'm just gonna say, like,
Yeah.
growing up, I watched my mom code switch, but my dad, he didn't code switch. And he always told me, you just have to know how to talk to people, be yourself, and know whatever topic you're talking about. If you don't know something, then don't pretend like you know it.
I love that.
Say,
Thought you a good one.
I don't
I
know,
love that
anything about this topic. I will read up on it, or can you tell me about it? And so that's how I watched him move through life. I watched my mom code switch, and I will say now it's at a point where she does not anymore. And so it's kind of like her and my dad are like the same wavelength with that. And I would say I followed that same path because I used to code switch, because I know, being in Clinton Attaché in a predominantly white show choir, like, you had to code switch those situations. Like, when I say you had to code switch, because the microaggressions, when that, I'm gonna just say it, when that nigga side came out, the microaggressions that you will see, like, in the subtle facial expressions or whatever. So you had to know, okay, I can only give them so much. Yes. But when I'm around them 4 or 5 other Black people within this 50, 60 people company, I know, like, we together.
We together.
It's so funny you said that, you like the nigga side, because part of this kept, I'll say nigga with y'all, but I don't be saying that with other certain groups of, even like friends, close friends. I don't say that around them, because I don't be trying to give out that energy that this is also yours too.
Right.
So now when you say it, I'm supposed to be cool with it because I say it around you. No, I don't even give you the chance, baby. I don't do it.
But I will say, like, even coming up through like high school, and Q and Miss Phoenix probably could, like, vouch for this. We did have, white people that really thought that they was Black and did say nigga. So to me, when I came to USM and I heard somebody else say nigga and they wasn't a part of my culture, it didn't offend me as it would have somebody else, because they didn't grow up with a mixed culture. Right. They grew up with us, African Americans, Blacks.
I know.
That's how they grew up around. So it's just like, you can't be, and this is my opinion on us using the word nigga, you can't be mad at somebody else for using the word nigga if they say, what's up, my nigga? But now if the motherfucker say, get that motherfucking nigga out my face, now we gonna have a problem then. It's a problem. It's a two-way street with that.
It is a two-way street. I mean, because it could be like
two-way street with it.
You don't want people to say it, then you don't say it either.
I was just gonna say, like,
and that's my thing.
As Black people, we reclaim the word and we use it amongst each other. Now, these other non-Black people, if my thing is, if you feel like you want to say that word, nigga, or if you can't say that word, then whatever slur you have against you in your language, don't be mad if we say that to you.
Fair.
So it's like, let's just be real, because you'll be mad if we said that to you, because if I said something derogatory towards the Asian community, they will be mad because I'm not Asian. And like, you cannot be mad or you trying to say something to me when you don't culturally have that bond. Absolutely. You don't have that history. So
I definitely get.
What are you're not reclaiming anything. You're just piggybacking off of the word,
because the gays did the same thing, honey. All that faggy stuff, all that faggot stuff, honey. We can say it amongst each other, and we be cool with that. No. Honey. We be outside, really, no. Right. We be really.
And see, cool everybody understands that. So what the fuck is the problem?
Right.
Yeah.
You're not Black, and what is the obsession? You don't have to say it. Like,
and it's a lot of people with that obsession. Like even now, I can say that some classmates that we have went to school with still use that word nigger. I can vouch for that. And it's just like, I understand that you feel like you are because of who you, that's all you grew up around. That's all you click with. You didn't click with the white
feel like I'm a millionaire. I feel like I'm a motherfucking superstar.
Exactly. But people accepted it.
I can't walk into the damn Met Gala and sit next to Beyonce and say, "What's up, sis?" I can't do that shit.
You're right.
That's
but
true.
People accepted it though. People accepted them saying the word nigger.
Baby, we didn't got up on a whole. See how we do tangents over here? We didn't.
What was the topic?
Got up on a whole other subject and then got heated about it.
Okay, so when it comes to code switching, y'all, like my experience came solely from a professional standpoint. When I went to work, when I would talk in my own dialect, which I did when I first got there, they would take that as a sense of ignorance. If I'm talking in my native language, it's just like, if I'm telling you something in my native dialect, it's ignorance. And I'm just like, I know the same knowledge that you know. So why is that ignorant? So when I started adjusting my speech to get to communicate to people that I felt like maybe they're lacking communication. Communication to me is a two-way street. You have to try to understand me as well as me trying to make sure that I am thoroughly getting my point across to you. So I was switching talking to, talk the way that you would expect someone to talk.
Right.
Did it feel comfortable? Not really.
But you know what you had to do to, make your life easier at the workplace.
Right. Because I'm like, naturally, I'm a Southern. I'm a Southern belle. I didn't realize my countryness until I heard myself in recording freshman year. And I was like, Jaquel, why did you never tell me I was country? And he was like, everyone knew you were country. But that's my accent. I have a deep Southern accent. So it's just like, if you take my deep Southern accent for ignorance, then you don't know me. Because 9 times out of 10, I can run circles around you.
Right.
Book-wise and street-wise. And I guarantee you that.
You better be funny for hedgehog. Come on.
Like your Southern accent, if I was you, I would stand up in that because people will underestimate you because of that accent.
Sure.
You will always have the upper hand.
Sure. And they have.
Sure.
And worked wonderfully and beautifully in my career. It was to the point where I wanted to be trained for a certain specialty in the ICU. As you guys know, I am an ICU nurse, so I wanted to be trained for hearts in the ICU. Of course, you have favoritism. I'm not going to say racism. Favoritism.
Favoritism. Okay.
Whatever it is. It was.
We already know what it is.
It was what it was.
I'm not going to call racism. It was discrimination. You wouldn't train me, so I would not allow myself to stay at that job longer than the projected time. So I went off traveling.
Ooh. Okay. Mama is, you got it, girl, because you can pause for a minute, girl. You paused for a minute.
Miss Phoenix.
Did it cut you out for a minute, sis?
It paused you, girl.
Okay, we got you, girl. We got you, girl.
She tried it.
Kim, what's next, girl? What's next on the list, sis? What's next, Katie?
All right, so the next on the next question is do you believe code switching is unauthentic?
I do not believe that.
I'm gonna say, you know how when you answer questions and they're having to circle things in the middle, it'd be like neither. It's giving neither for me because I can get both sides, but if I had to be honest, I'm gonna say no. Like, I'm gonna say no. You have to be able. I don't know if it's the Gemini. I mean, you know, when somebody got something good to say about themselves, they always blame it on their astrological sign, right? So, I don't know if it's the Gemini or what, but like, I just have really thrived off being able to be a chameleon, to change. I've always prided myself. I'm able to change my rhetoric depending on my situation, honey, and really.
And that's a lot of us. I think that is a lot of us, because even when I came to when I came to Southern, And even like Jay, when you like introduced me to your friends, you know, I felt like I had to be like, yeah, okay,
Because we was
but
out in
you
Oak
know, when I'm
Grove.
around Draw, it's just like, shit, what's up? It is what it is. I'm a real ass motherfucker. but around others,
And in those situations,
I'm
you were
very,
still who
like,
you were. You were still who you were.
I was.
You just changed the delivery.
Exactly. I
Oh
was.
shit. Yo, you remember that night at your apartment, Jay? I walked in, you had like 2 white friends there, and I had walked in that night with my do-rag on. I had a muscle shirt on, some gym shorts, and some flip-flops. And they both like lost their breath. And they was like, oh my God, we didn't even recognize you. Who, like, oh my God, we didn't know you dressed like this. They said that to both of us in the room. And Jeremy started laughing. He was like, yeah, uh-huh.
I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say who they were.
I forgot who they were.
But yes, it really, I mean, something as simple as that. It really be like that. And I used to get this a lot. I didn't know you was friends with, well, really what you're really trying to say. I didn't know you were friends, because I would get it from both sides. Oh, I didn't know you was friends with like these, you know, the non-blacks like this. Because, you know, those people, like literally, I have such a mixed group of friends. I love them all very, very dearly. Like off the top of my head, like Fred and Hannah. Fred's a white boy. We all live like we don't do that in our friend circle. Like we don't, like Fred is my girl. I love that girl.
Yeah.
But yes, people that I wouldn't really know as close as I know Fred would be like, oh, I didn't know that you. And then people like, you know, from the hood, it would be like, oh, I didn't know you. Because I would, you know, switch it up. So when we around each other as a group, that's why I really sometimes dislike bringing too many different type of people together. Because when I present one way with one group and then they see me interact with the other group, they be like,
expecting that, like, what's going on?
Girl, what? Not you at the parties talking about, yeah, man, let's go, man. Snort that Molly. But
I am. You know, it's just like, it's like a six.
I'll call Kim, like, what up with it, Kim?
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we do. Like, I'm going to talk to you how I feel that you need to be talked to. How you need to be talked to.
Not me, girl.
You know what? Baby. Oh, baby. Y'all cutting up on this good iPod.
Okay, so yeah, I think we can all agree we do not think that shit is unauthentic. You should have multiple layers to yourself. If you just one bass note, which I might get bored of you. Yeah. And we all have the ability to mix it up. 1 minute we listening to, you know, Rico Nasty. Next minute it might be SZA, then it might be Tina Turner, bitch. Then it might be Billie Eilish. Like we can really go there with the range.
Jimi Hendrix.
Take it on down to Houston with some goddamn Pimp C. Come on.
We can really go everywhere with it because we, you know, dynamic creatures, honey. If all of us are supposed to be dynamic, if you're not tapping into that, honey, you're not even at your full potential. Don't do that to yourself. Live a little. Okay, what's up, Katie?
Hold on, like what you saying that? What's that album you sent? Because on that album, she said something about we came from God, and if God is our creator and He is limitless, then if we have a piece of Him inside of us, why cannot we tap into that? And why cannot we tap into that limitless power?
Y'all need to go and check out what he's talking about. I sent Q, well, I sent the group this album, but I knew Q would relate to it the most because, you know, we be on that same wavelength with music because he into weird shit and I be into weird shit. So I was like, you got to go listen to this chick, right? Okay. Her name is Doechii, which is a fire name. But to find her, like I listened to a title because, you know, I'm loyal, sis. I'm loyal to the brand.
Amen.
So I'll use title over here. But her name is I Am Doechii. So that's IAMDOECHII. When I say she's fire. She's fire. Y'all have to go check her out. Maybe I'll post it on my IG later. But yeah, she did have a scripture verse kind of spoken word situation in there. Like, hey, we all of God according to God. So she's fire. Check her out. My bad, we went off into a little music segment. KD girl, what's the next question?
All right, the next question will be like, what environment do you find yourself like code switching the most in?
Work. Work.
Most definitely work.
My friends, on the other hand, my best friend was white in college, and I love that girl. Like, I still love her to this day. Like, it doesn't matter what race she was, and I do know
because she was crazy.
She was, her father was on the phone and he was just like, some girl had barged into her house. I was there at the time, we were ready to bang. This back in my banging days, y'all don't fight anymore. But so back in my banging days, she just texted me like, hey, Ash, this girl is trying to jump on me. Come over here, please. I was like, on the way, sis. So I come over there and the first question her father asked was it a Black girl?
Work.
And I said, the Black girl is trying to protect your daughter.
Work. Been there, done that, honey. I remember my first sleepover. That's a whole nother story, but I begged to go to that boy's house. And my daddy told me, no, you don't need to be going to those houses because they children. You finna go to their parents' home.
Yes.
And how they may act at school may be different than how they act under their parents' roof. I didn't understand that. 13, I want to go to a motherfucking sleepover, everybody else doing it. Baby, I never asked to go to nobody else's fucking house ever again. Mine was just fine. When I tell you that I didn't even recognize that boy, I didn't even recognize him. The type of conversations, I was like, the fuck? Sitting at the dinner table, honey, and having his parents or his mom and aunt or something just staring at me while I'm over here pretending like these this corn and mashed potatoes is good, honey. It was giving very hungry man food, honey. It was giving very no flavor, no seasoning. It was giving very the meatloaf is just ketchup on top. Literally, you just taste the ketchup. It was giving very that. And I'm sitting over here like, and they just looking at me crazy. And I stayed the whole weekend.
But
I think my daddy wanted me to learn a lesson because he would not come pick me up. Because then I called that night and I was like, okay, I slept over.
Oh, excuse me.
I mean, that whole weekend they took me to like their church shut-in. And I wasn't familiar with those either because we did not do those at my church. Honey, that's when they lock your ass in the church on some carry shit, lock you in the church with a bunch of fucking people, and y'all supposed to have spirituals and a spiritual awakenings, honey. Meanwhile, Becky and Trey over there in the corner listening to Salt Shaker, honey, and Becky is really getting it in the corner, honey. Sasha and David is over here dry humping on the bleachers, honey. I'm over here whispering in Malcolm's ear like, where's the bathroom? Like it was giving very Carrie vibes, honey. At any moment, we was locked in and was gonna burn in church. It was giving very that. So I went to all that with him, and I was uncomfortable the whole time because I was the only, colored. There was another girl there, but she, she could pass, honey, except for the other Black kids that really knew the realty because it's all in the edges. But and the white kids didn't really know what was going on over here in the corners. Yeah. Anyways, all that to say,
I would
at
say
work. I do it the most at work.
At work.
Code switching is not only in the Black community.
Because no, it's not.
I've had white people walk up to me and be like, "What's up, girl?" I'm like, hey.
Oh, I hate that shit. Oh, I hate that shit.
Hi, sis. What's up, sis?
Like, it's just like you don't have to talk yourself. Hello.
That part. I mean,
right now to do all that hip hop shit. What you think I'm just gonna put it in y'all terms. All that hip hop shit, and when I say y'all know who you are. You ain't gotta do all that hippity hoppity shit with me. Please don't do that. Don't tap dance with me because I'm not finna tap dance with you. Please don't.
My coworker needs to teach her how to twerk. I can't even dance. Y'all know I'm stiff as a board.
Girl.
So where did that come from? Why did you think I could?
I would have said, girl, don't Miley Cyrus got some tutorials on YouTube, girl. Go check them out.
Hell no.
Try to twerk.
Bookie, set your deposit price. $200. $200 for a deposit.
Okay.
I did.
That part. So I think we can all agree. We pretty much have the same ideas and same opinions on code switching. We think it's fine changing your rhetoric for different groups of people. I mean, I don't see the harm in that. That's something completely different than being fake. People be saying being fake, and don't even know what the hell it means. It's just a catchphrase to them at this point. I'm so real. I'm so 100. Girl, you also so, can I get my fries with no salt? But
okay, put it like this.
Nothing's wrong with that, honey, because I'm just saying.
Oh, no. Fine line. If you being fake, yeah, it's on me. It's wrong with that. Get your shit together. Okay, but on the other side of that fine line, when you code switch, especially as a Black person, what you need to realize, we code switch in order to survive. We only code switch when we have to be in a elevate situation. Exactly. When we need to elevate or save our survival situation, that's when we code switch. Don't get it fucked up. Okay.
That part. Okay, thank you, Katie. I mean, that was real good. I really enjoyed that. Y'all, we're trying. We've been listening to y'all. We've been really trying with the link coming because we can talk. Okay, we'll get off subject in a minute and be talking for 6 hours.
Yeah.
And we had, a couple technical difficulties earlier, but we got it together. So thank you, KD, again, girl. Appreciate you for bringing that to us. Let's get in to the pits.
Okay.
Get into the pits.
So I want to go first on the pits because I was a little angry earlier. Like maybe America sees it differently, but I never mistake my taser for my gun. My gun
don't get me started.
Different from my taser, and I'm just gonna hit the situation just straight on. My gun, I'm a gun toter. It feels very different than my taser. Even in the moment, I've pulled my gun in the moment. I've had to and protect myself, and I ain't shot nobody. Y'all ain't put no bodies down. But
it's just the fact that you knew from your gun to your taser.
Tell the difference. You can tell the difference between your gun and your taser. Like you're trained. You're what was it? A 29-year veteran?
Girl.
29 year.
But see, this is my thing with that. And this is my thing with that. And I am a criminal justice major. I'm going to graduate with my bachelor's in criminal justice with an emphasis in forensic science. So this is my whole thing with that. You are taught, because I'm taught, even in undergraduate, getting my bachelor's degree, that if you have a dominant hand, which is my right hand, I'm going to place my gun on my right side because it is my dominant side for me to once I need to, guess what? I'm going to pull it. On your left side, because that's my weak side, guess what? My taser's on that side. So you mean to tell me this woman didn't know from her dominant side to her weak side which way her gun was? Talking about you pulled a taser? Come on, man. Come on. You knew exactly what the fuck you was doing. And don't give me that motherfucking excuse that, oh, I was scared. Oh, I had to protect myself to go home to my family. Yes, we are taught. And I'm going to say we, as a criminal justice major, you are taught that you want to go home to your family. You need to go home to your family. But guess what? You are also taught in academy that if you don't have to pull that trigger or pull your gun out on somebody, you don't have to do that. You don't. And for you to say that you thought that you pulled your trigger, you mean to tell me you don't know your motherfucking dominant side from your weak side?
No, that's not what she
Come on now.
said. That's not what
Come
she
on.
said. Mama is
You
saying,
gotta
I
be
killed him,
careful.
girl. I need an excuse.
Thank you.
She,
When I
but
say
this is not gonna be an excuse.
Yes.
you have enough black men for you to be making a mistake and killing them. I'm just gonna say that I'm very strong-minded when it comes to that. I have 5 black brothers, 1 deceased, 4 more living. You're not about to make a mistake and say you made a mistake and pulled your gun instead of your taser.
Right.
Absolutely. Come on now.
A mistake
You
and give
can't.
you a paralytic before your sedation when I'm in the ICU. I don't make those mistakes.
I was on IG. I was on IG
Shit.
and Amanda Seals made a real good point. Like, why did you even have the energy for any type of force to begin with? Based on what you're saying, y'all pulled him over for, which was an air freshener, and then finding out that he had a warrant for his arrest, and then this, and I don't know this to be a fact, but then to come to find out that the warrant was issued because they mistakenly sent the information to some other home, so the boy never got the information that he was supposed to go to court and all of these things, and then that is what the warrant was for.
Exactly.
Supposedly, because I didn't look into it, but regardless of all the shit around it, girl, why was the energy for force at all? If it was just a routine traffic stop, why did you have that energy? But
and this is my thing.
I agree with you, girl. The pits.
I'm with you. She's in the pits, and she's gonna fucking stay there because you are fucking taught. And I haven't even went through fucking academy yet. You are fucking taught where to place your fucking gun and where to place your fucking taser. You are taught this shit. This ain't something that you just, I just learned this. No, bitch. You knew this from the jump. You knew this when you was going through fucking undergraduate. You fucking knew this shit. I can talk about this shit all day because this shit, it bothers fucking me. It bothers me. That's the reason why I'm going into this field, because I am so sick of these motherfucking police officers blaming shit that they didn't know. Bitch, you fucking knew. You knew that when you stood on fucking George Floyd's neck, you fucking knew that what was gonna fucking happen. When you shot Trayvon Martin because he fucking had a fucking Arizona tea and some fucking candy, you fucking knew what the fuck you was doing.
And that wasn't even a damn cop, girl. That wasn't even a police, man.
You knew exactly what you was doing. Like, come on, man. I can go on with this shit all day because police officers that with other police officers, they need to hold their partners accountable. And guess what the fuck I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hold y'all ass fucking accountable.
Okay, feet to the fire.
That's just plain and simple.
Feet to the fire. Hello. You got anybody this week, Q? You throwing anybody in the pits?
I'm throwing America in the pits. The whole thing.
America.
Yeah, the whole goddamn country, because the way I feel, you talk all this shit about, the American dream and pull yourself up by your bootstraps. But if you have constantly did your shit, being a dirty motherfucker toward a certain group of people, my people, don't open your mouth and be willfully ignorant. And that is one thing I'm gonna branch off on, because the worst type of ignorance is to me is to be willfully ignorant. That's because you want to be ignorant.
Hello.
Willfully ignorance is stupidity.
Yeah.
You. And for all of you saying, I don't get it when it comes to these situations like this shooting, when you try to make excuses for this being a public execution, you try to say, he should have done this, or, maybe he should have followed the officer's orders. I'm talking to you white liberals now.
Right.
Martin Luther King said it best himself, since we quote Martin Luther King so much, since y'all love him so much. He said white liberals are possibly the most dangerous white people because they will teeter on the fence they will play both sides of the fence. So since you want to quote Martin Luther King, please look into that. Look that up. Look that speech up.
Okay.
And quit being willfully ignorant when it comes to situations like this. Don't say any ignorant shit. And please, for Halloween or anything, because like with Trayvon Martin and all of that, when it comes to these Halloween things, y'all act so oblivious and so stupid year after year after year. Do not dress up as this young black man who has just been publicly executed. Please don't do that shit.
They're gonna do it.
Because again, that's willfully ignorant. And that's not okay.
We 12% of the population here in the United States. They'll do it.
Okay.
They're gonna do it. Most
Right.
definitely.
You had any pits this week, Katie? You had any?
That was what Miss Phoenix talked about. That was basically my pits of the week because I mean it's bullshit.
Yeah.
I call bullshit when I was fucking read up on it and listening to podcasts and shit talk about it and listening to the TV. Like I call bullshit on it because I know everybody that goes through fucking academy, they fucking know.
Right.
What's the bullshit, yo?
And I like how media tried to paint a innocent picture of the officer.
But you know they always do.
We're stupid.
They always do.
Fucking bullshit, man.
Honey, they always find the white kids, honey. Always find a picture of them hoes smiling, honey, on family vacation. Always put them hoes in a group picture.
Oh man.
Right, they always do that, honey. And they always find a picture of us that we posted on damn MySpace 20 fucking years ago. They always find that photo.
And see, that's another thing. Quit referring to these grown ass white people as boys and girls, as kids. Okay? Because if 12-year-old Tamir Rice, if y'all were in the media calling 12-year-old that black boy a grown man, then you can talk about these grown ass white people as men and women.
Man, come on.
Cut the bullshit.
Okay.
I'm telling you, man. Like this shit is crazy, man. It's getting ridiculous. It's like a fucking cycle. Like y'all don't want to fucking break that cycle. Like this new generation of police officers coming into the system. Y'all don't want to break this cycle.
Right.
How about y'all hold y'all motherfucking partners fucking accountable? This shit will not happen. Yo, this shit will not happen at all.
Especially
like,
you black
ones are fucking partners accountable, yo.
Especially you black ones, because I have run into a couple of you in Jackson, Mississippi, and other places. I ran into one of you in fucking Dallas, Texas, and I hate to say it, but all skin folk is not your kin folk.
I mean, that's
it ain't.
I mean, it's
Do you hear me?
I hate to say it.
You have us out there that's Uncle Tom's, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. You have fucking Uncle Tom out there. You have our color. That's Uncle Tom. Why would you want to sit back and listen to this white man tell you what the fuck to do, boss you around? This motherfucker ain't even over you.
Katie the Great.
Like, come on, man. Go ahead, my sister.
Name drop. Officer Wally down in Hattiesburg. Have you guys encountered him?
I have. He has pulled me over. I'm gonna tell y'all now. That man has pulled me over 3 times.
And then handed me a lot of tickets in my life.
The first time, I'm gonna say this, and I will say this about Officer Wiley. He fair to everybody. I don't give a damn who you are. He done gave his motherfucking mama a ticket, yo. This man done gave his mama a ticket. So I'm gonna give that man, I'm gonna give kudos to that man. Even though he pulled me over 3 damn times, his mama? I only got one ticket. I only got one ticket. But you know, he's fair. He's fair because he don't give a fuck. He gave his own mama a fucking ticket. So I don't give a fuck about that.
He snatched my door. I was like, Officer Wiley, you want to become a
it.
You did what?
Going.
I would not see. We would have had to talk about that.
Yeah, I want to see you give Miss Montgomery a ticket. That's what I want to see.
That part. Okay.
And you want to know what? Because what the funny thing about
don't save it. Don't do it. Don't do Miss Montgomery. Don't do it. Not on my time. Not on my watch. Reclaiming my space. What you
I
will
will pull
not
her
do is
ass over. And if look,
will
my
not do
brother
this
was
way
talking about
over
some, you
here.
should come to Jackson to be a police officer. I said, I will
Mm-mm.
take your ass to jail.
Mm-mm. No, ma'am.
Yeah,
My picks for the week. I don't know
all
if I kind of go along with everybody else with your pits. Like I full-heartedly agree because as far as like this week goes, because I haven't been doing shit this week really. It's been a lot fucking going on, so I ain't had time to like dabble into all the things. One thing I will say that I kind of mentioned earlier. Listen, honey, if you're not under the LGBTQI plus umbrella. And also, if you're not an ally of the community, honey, you have nothing to say. I just want to say that. You really have, your words truly mean nothing, honey. Unless you can come to me from a Donnie McClurkin background type situation, honey, and quiet as it's kept, he needs to give it up and go be happy where he really wants to be happy. And not die alone and sad and over it because he's really trying to, be of the delivered. Which I'm not really gonna get all into it, but I'm just
him
saying.
and Kirk Franklin. But
Oh, oh, oh.
Come on.
So as I was saying, if you're not under the umbrella and you're not an ally, just educate yourself and stop, like they said, being willfully ignorant. Move into a different space in your life. Like, unless you want somebody in your bed and you really having conflicting thoughts about that, that's something you need to handle, sweetheart. Don't be pushing off your negative energy over here because you so mad that I'm doing what I want to freely and willingly and happily while you over there,
Shut up,
Cause baby, let me tell y'all.
Ain't nothing having to perform in your own house and in your own bedroom, and you having to perform and put on a show of a person that you are not even.
In your own bedroom?
There is nothing worse than that, laying down with somebody and it's all very much performative and you don't even want to be there. Okay? Now, and that's something I can speak on from out of eye personal knowledge. Okay, nothing is worse than laying down with somebody.
To yourself, honey.
Don't do that to yourself.
Thank you, sis.
Life is short. Be true to yourself.
That's
Thank
all.
you, sis.
I'm sorry, but
And that's where I'm gonna leave it. That's where I'm gonna leave it. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into the Pits podcast. Oh,
hold on. Come on, Miss Phoenix.
One more Pits.
Work.
Come on.
Ladies.
Come on here.
You get one baby daddy. One baby daddy. Stop being selfish. One. You don't need two. You definitely don't need three, sis. Girl, you greedy. You're greedy out here.
You better tell my ex that, but whatever.
3+.
I wasn't ready.
Me neither.
Baby mama's going on, and it's a bit much for me. It's much for me in my singleness and my dating. Like, so ladies, be out. Stop being greedy. One baby daddy.
Good luck with that, sis. Start the movement, sis.
No hope for me.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
If I had one wish.
Only one.
We're not doing it. We're not. Okay. Again, thank you, everybody, for tuning into the Pits podcast this week. We had a really, really, really great time. Thank you, KD, for that topic on code switching. I'm glad we got some things discussed. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, even if you're listening to this on whatever platform you're listening to, drop into the comments, drop into our Instagram comments. Let us know what you think about the episodes. Let us know if you want to add anything. So maybe we can, bring up some things that your opinions on our next episode at the top of the episode. We can address like maybe your thoughts, your opinions, honey. If you out there and you got more than one baby daddy, you feel attacked, you want to bang, So yes, thank you again. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe, please like, please comment. Okay, tag us to all your friends, share us, get on Instagram, be interactive with us on there. We love that. Please.
That's an
All of
EBTs
that. All
out.
of that.
You got multiple kids, multiple baby dads. Some EBTs out. DM us. Let us know what's going on.
And on that note, we're gonna say bye, everybody. Bye. As always, let your melanin pop severely. If you don't have melanin, be an ally. Bye.
It's pop.